Fear is one of those instincts baked into our survival system. It keeps us alive when danger lurks, but it also makes our skin crawl when something just feels wrong. And on the internet, there are countless clips that tap directly into that primal reaction. Only the boldest viewers can get through them without flinching. Today, I've gathered some of the most bizarre and chilling recordings out there to test your courage. These are the videos that only the brave can watch. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's get started. In May 2016, on a Brazilian highway known as BR-262, tragedy struck, a car accident that took the driver's life. As usual, a local TV crew arrived to cover the story, filming the wrecked vehicle for the evening news. But what their camera captured turned out to be more disturbing than the accident itself. In the middle of the twisted metal, a translucent figure materialized out of nowhere, almost as if it crawled out of the wreck. Even creepier, the ghostly shape appeared to look directly at the camera, as if aware it was being filmed. Viewers were floored. Some insisted it was the driver's spirit trapped at the site of his death. Others speculated it was something else entirely, maybe even the cause of the accident, since the car flipped on its own without any clear reason. Whatever the case, this news report went from local tragedy to one of the creepiest broadcasts ever. In a school in Mexico, a security guard and a janitor heard strange noises coming from one of the classrooms late at night. Summoning courage as a duo, they decided to check it out. Phone cameras ready. What they filmed gave them chills. Peering through the glass window, they saw what looked like a small child sitting at a desk in the back row, as if a student had been forgotten. But when they unlocked the door and stepped inside, the classroom was completely empty. The figure vanished the instant the door opened. The scariest detail? The student only appeared through the glass. To the naked eye, the room had no one in it. Jokes spread online about a ghost kid still stuck learning verb conjugations, but the janitor later said he refused to clean that corridor alone ever again. After all, who wants to mop floors next to a classroom with a phantom scholar? A woman in Africa was filming during a march, recording the energy of the crowd, the chanting, the banners. All seemed normal. Only later, while rewatching her footage, did she notice something that froze her blood. Amid the thousands of people, one figure stood out, sunken eyes, long straggly hair, and grayish skin, a figure that didn't look alive at all. The apparition blended in with the mass of bodies, but once spotted, it was impossible to ignore. The woman swore the video was real. For nights after, she said she couldn't sleep because every time she closed her eyes, she saw that otherworldly face again. Paranormal experts often say spirits hide in plain sight, taking advantage of crowds to slip by unnoticed. But thanks to smartphones, even ghosts can't escape the replay button. Two employees working late in a building already rumored to be haunted decided to investigate a strange noise upstairs. One man walked the halls with his phone filming. At the time, he saw nothing. But later, when the footage was reviewed, the truth was terrifying. In one room, a dark silhouette was clearly visible, lurking in the shadows, watching him. It disappeared just before he entered the space. Even creepier, on closer review of the beginning of the video, another shadowy figure could be seen peeking from behind a door frame. Both men swore they had been alone that night. After watching the replay, they refused to work late there again. Whatever haunted that building didn't just linger in old stories, it was still walking the halls. Some of the scariest videos online come without any backstory, just appearing suddenly before vanishing again. This is one of them. The clip shows a little boy standing in a doorway, already trembling with fear, glancing desperately into the room behind him. Then, as if shoved by invisible hands, the child is violently pushed forward, his small body stumbling into the hall. He cries out, terrified, as though he'd been fighting this unseen force even before the shove. No one knows where the video came from. It appeared on YouTube, circulated for a few days, then mysteriously disappeared. Only copies posted on obscure forums remain. The lack of context makes it even more unsettling, because sometimes the scariest part of a haunting is not knowing the story behind it. For Melody Rose, an American woman, her haunting started small. About a year ago, while recording a casual video at home, she clearly heard her name whispered even though she was alone.
Anyone tell me that if you have yeah?
She brushed it off as a creak or maybe her cat, but things escalated. In May 2025, Melody began receiving bouquets of flowers at her door, always without a note. Then during a live stream, followers noticed something terrifying in the reflection behind her. Zooming in, they discovered a ghastly humanoid face pressed against the window, staring in. Fans connected it to the earlier whisper. The unseen presence now seemed to be taking form. Melody admitted online she was terrified, considering moving homes, fearing the entity wouldn't just follow, it might already be bound to her. What started as a whisper had become a full-on nightmare. TikToker Jorge Cruz had long documented strange events in his house, claiming it was plagued by demonic infestation. The final straw came when his kitchen security camera recorded something that sent chills even to skeptics. A cross hanging on the wall flipped upside down by itself. Days later, Jorge began to feel a suffocating heaviness in the house, and one night he captured blood-curdling screams echoing through the rooms. In desperation, Jorge brought in a priest for a cleansing ritual. But the moment the prayers began, chaos erupted. Objects fell, the lights flickered wildly, and Jorge fled the house in terror. His followers now refer to his home as one of TikTok's most cursed spaces. A college student had just moved into her new apartment when she discovered a tiny hole in the wall of her room. Curious, she held her phone up to film through it. What she captured scarred her for life. On the other side, staring directly into her camera, was a human eye, unblinking, cold, fully aware of being filmed. She later realized the strange knocks she'd heard at night weren't pipes or neighbors. It was whoever or whatever was on the other side of that wall. The discovery left her shaken, and viewers online were horrified. The question remains, was it the only hole in the apartment or just the one she found? Security cameras in a family's home recorded a moment that split the internet. Around 11:30 p.m., the family's dog was resting alone when suddenly it jolted violently, leaping forward as if kicked by something unseen. Skeptics argued it could have been a reaction to a bug, a sound, or even its own shadow. But many viewers, and even the owner, swore the movement was unnatural, like the dog had been struck by an invisible force. The clip sparked debates that still rage online. Was it just an odd canine reaction, or proof that even pets aren't safe from paranormal attacks? In Guatemala, a security camera captured one of the strangest apparitions ever. A dark, shapeless mass darted across the screen. It moved fast, but not like a human. Its form was twisted, fluid, shifting unnaturally as it went. What makes it creepier is that out of all the cameras in the building, only one caught the figure. On every other feed, nothing appeared. That left investigators puzzled and viewers chilled. Was it a glitch in one camera, or something that didn't want to be seen by all angles? Either way, the footage became one of the country's country's most replayed paranormal clips. This chilling clip was filmed just before midnight. It shows a woman sleeping peacefully in her bed until her body suddenly behaves in terrifying ways. She sits up abruptly, stares straight into the night vision camera, and opens her mouth unnaturally wide. Her movements are jerky, disturbing, as if something else is pulling the strings. After a few seconds, she collapses back onto the bed, head snapping harshly onto the pillow. Some called it extreme sleepwalking. Others insisted it looked more like possession. The creepiest part, the woman herself said she had no memory of it. Watching the footage was like witnessing a stranger using her body. A security camera in India recorded a lone woman walking down a street late at night. She kept glancing behind her, clearly terrified. At first, nothing was there. Seconds later, a man appeared out of nowhere, standing exactly where she'd been looking. He didn't move, didn't chase, he just stood and stared at her. The bizarre timing sparked endless questions. Why didn't the camera catch him earlier? Did he materialize from thin air, or was he lurking unseen? Either answer is terrifying. Paranormal or not, the sight of someone appearing only after the victim sensed him is nightmare fuel. In a public park in Manchester, England, a man spotted a surreal scene. Several people scattered across the grass were frozen in place like statues, not moving, not blinking, just staring into space. Then just as suddenly, they all began moving again, perfectly normal, as if nothing had happened. The man who filmed it was left doubting his own sanity. Viewers online speculated everything from performance art to aliens to an actual glitch in our reality. Whatever the explanation, seeing people freeze and then reboot like NPCs in a video game is one of the eeriest sights you could ever stumble across. If you made it through without looking away, congratulations, you're officially among the fearless. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments which clip creeped you out the most. Until next time.